Del, this unity ticket is really amazing. And I love the fact that, okay, you and I have disagreements, so what? But we agree on the macro stuff, free speech, individual sovereignty, that we shouldn't be putting jabs in people's arms without consent, informed consent.
Right.
We believe in separation of powers. Can you talk about how this unity movement is about actually agreement and a restoration of fundamental American principles?
Absolutely. I mean, and when it comes down to it, the main principle of America is freedom. We should all agree with freedom. You've got the Democratic Party now promising you censorship, saying they're going to end misinformation. You and I, personally have been through being censored for talking about the dangers of the vaccines, the fact that they weren't properly tested. What are we going to do if we can't talk about dangerous products that our government is pushing onto us? If that's misinformation, we've been proven to be right. The social distancing, Tony Fauci ended up saying, yeah, we just made it up. We're living in a world where the government's making things up. And then as soon as you call them out, they're calling it misinformation. And one party wants to take that away from you. That's bringing us all together. Then think about war. How many of us want to, we want to put an end to these forever wars that's taking all of our funding from this country as our cities are, dropping into decay, or we have migrant situations of them pouring into our schools, kicking our kids out of schools in New York to house migrants. And meanwhile, we can't take care of anyone in North Carolina. You want to talk about unity? We all love each other here. We want diversity, but we all come in, together. Why are our funds going to other countries to bomb other countries instead of building this nation back? That is this unity idea. So that's why you see Elon Musk, great innovator, Tulsi Gabbard, a great military mind that wants out of war. Bobby Kennedy, anti-war, pro-environment, wants to, clean up our regulatory agencies. All of these great thoughts, we're all in agreement on that. We've got to get rid of the corruption in our government and hand this country back to the people. That's what the promise is with Donald Trump, this incredible unity team right now, back in the hands of the people.
So we want to restore the country back to our founding promise. It is a restoration movement at its core, and so Del, let's talk about now to the election. You're traveling the country. Talk about the great work that the MAHA Alliance is doing, and what are some of the objectives that you want to accomplish if Donald Trump is to win?
Well, we have a very specific objective with MAHA Alliance, and just go to mahaalliance.com to hear all about it. But I left the Kennedy campaign because once he joined forces with President Trump, he's still limited in how much money he can raise because of the rules around being an independent candidate. But I left to say, let me just advertise to all the Kennedy voters and explain to them why they should be voting for Donald Trump. I'm trying to show them Donald Trump through Bobby Kennedy's eyes. Why did this, brand name Kennedy, could have been the king of the Democratic Party? Why did they kick him out? Why didn't they want him? Because he was going to end corruption, and they are corruptors. They're corrupting our government. And so with these two guys coming together, the Kennedy voters are about 62% of them in polling right now are moving to Donald Trump. I want that to be 80 or 90. Nobody that ever said that they loved anything that Kennedy believed in should be voting for Kamala Harris. She is the antithesis of everything that is free, that is right, that is true, and that is America. Bobby Kennedy is representing that. Former Democrat Tulsi Gabbard, the same thing. Any Democrat should be asking themselves, why are the greatest minds of the Democratic Party all going to Donald Trump?
So I have a personal question here, Del, in about a minute and a half. Having spent time around a lot of MAGA people and conservatives, and previously having your Democrat card, what has your impression been hanging around these scary right-wingers? And contrast that with kind of some of the folks that are in the Democrat Party.
I mean, it was really funny. We were, yesterday was with my wife at the brilliant event we were all at just down in Georgia last night. And my wife was just standing there going, look how many women there are. I mean, she's like all these beautiful women. I heard that like no women like Donald Trump. She's like, look how happy everybody is. They're like singing and laughing and dancing. And when you grow up a Democrat, you're under this impression that just Republicans are miserable, angry people. But now all you see is hatred and fear and, calling Trump, Hitler as your vice president, standing in front of your own, seal from the government, like bringing up rhetoric like that, dividing our nation, making us think that, we're hated because we're black or we're gay or that these things matter. And when I was at that room yesterday, it said it all: black, white, yellow, red, gay, it doesn't matter. Everybody is having a blast. Everyone is believing in making America great again. Back in those days when we all would go to football games and pound chest, and we never asked each other, you Republican or Democrat, or you gay or you straight. We were in it together. It's Team America right now. And that is what I'm feeling inside of
Amen.
this movement. By the way, seeing Donald Trump live, man, the guy is one of the greatest performers I've ever seen. It was such a treat last night. I can't wait to see him again here in Las Vegas. It's going to be really awesome.
We'll see you just in a couple hours. Del Bigtree, you're a great American. There's something really profound happening right now, and it is a realignment that will last a generation.